So yeah, Rule Zero isn't really isn't a get out of jail free card for anybody. It's
Hmm.
there to enhance the experience for everybody. It's there so that, even with COVID-19, we have a limited amount of leisure time in our lives. And
Agreed.
I don't want anybody spending their leisure time being miserable.
Hmm.
So, uh, we provide for the opportunity so that you find the kind of game you enjoy. And
Yeah.
if you enjoy the number of spells on the stack getting to 10 as opposed to
Hmm.
the number of turns in the game getting to 10, then great. That's, we want to encourage you to find the game that you want. And that, people, when people say Rule Zero doesn't work, at untested places, uh, I, I think that's not correct.
I
Like I
agree.
said, in
I agree.
at at the SCG cons that
Hmm.
I've been to, at Magic Fests in the Command Zone,
Yep.
it it works when you just talk to people. Nobody is
Right.
going to force you to play Magic to play Commander, right?
Right.
You sit down, and I think the CFBE folks in Reno did especially a good job of not just putting together places for people of various uh, power levels to sit, but actively having judges there to help marshal people to the kind of game that they might like.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm hoping we can talk about more in the future is kind of how the critical role that event organizers can play. Because if you have big guns like Star City Games and other kind of organizers of events doing things a certain way, and we kind of tend to coalesce around a certain way of doing it, then the local judge at the local store will feel more comfortable taking that same approach. Providing some structure is good, right?
Right.
It's not that, and Rule Zero it doesn't absolve anybody of structure. I mean, there's still structure there. The most valid criticism I've ever heard of Rule Zero is, yeah, but I'm one person and I live in a very remote area, and and there's maybe only a handful of people in my whole area, and so if I go to the store or I go to an event, I have a really hard time because everybody else, and there's some generalization there, but that's okay. We're generalizing too. Everybody else wants to play a certain way and I don't want to. Okay, and that's valid, and your, that this person's view is valid and way of playing is valid, and the larger group's view is valid too. So then, what do you do? And the short term answer is it's you have limited options, not as few as you might have before the advent of online magic
Right.
and video, playing online and streaming and other ways of doing it. But your options are more limited, and okay, that's that, and that is all that the rules committee should be telling me. At that point, I don't need you at that point, and you never tried, thank you, to talk to me about how to get friends or how to make more friends or how to compromise with people who aren't yet my friends. That is all in the realm of human behavior that is beyond the scope of the commander format. That's why it's Rule Zero and not Rule One.